Hi, let's work on some applications from chapter 6. I posted for you some applications also on the discussion questions, and I'm going to post a separate document with the discussion questions and problem solving without the answers. So I suggest you work on the discussion questions from that document after reading the theory and the PowerPoint from chapter 6 ebook, and this way you'll feel more confident when moving into the problem solving part of the applications. So let's start with this one application, number 3, external financing. So this business wants to increase their sales up to 500,000 for next year. To be able to do that, they need an increase in inventory and accounts receivable of $90,000. Think about that as a financing need, kind of a cost to be able to expand your business growth to this level of sales. The company has a steady profit margin of 12% with 40% dividend payout. How much external financing they need? So, in other words, you have to calculate their profits, which we learned they are net income there, and then you have to subtract the dividend payout, and then see if you are below this increase in inventory and accounts receivable, then you have to borrow the rest. If you are above, then you are good. Have enough money to finance your sales growth to 500,000. So let's see. We have to know how much profits they make. Do we have net income? Well, we don't, but we can calculate them because we have profit margin 12%, and we learned earlier in the semester that profit margin is calculated as net income divided by sales. So then we can invert that formula, and then you have profit net income is going to be sales divided times profit margin from the formula. And this is how you calculate net income. Once you have your net income, you subtract your dividend payouts, and that's the rest of the profit that's gonna stay in your company as return earnings. So you can see this one, it's below your need of 90,000, so you are gonna have to borrow the rest, 54,000 external funds needed. This is how you work on this type of application. Pretty easy, right? So you will work on your own on the next one, which is exactly the same but different numbers. Now let's try to find a different type of application. Well, this one deals with level production. So this business produces scarves. Well, seasonal production. You need them when it's cooler. So they have a sales forecast. This is what they forecast to sell for the next month, October to January. See, the colder it is, the more scarves you buy. So they say that it is assumed that inventory will directly match sales for each month. So you have out of total amount for each month, if the business goes with a level production, which they want to do, then they will produce each month equal amount, calculated as 11,500 divided by 4, which is going to be this much amount produced equally per month. So smoothing out production, and then for A you will have to calculate what is the ending inventory at the end of each month. So beginning inventory plus production minus sales. Sales are here, you have ending inventory. And that's going to become beginning inventory for the next month. And then keep a running total for each month to the next one. So let's work on A now. We have units sold 1250, then units produced, they are going to be the same for each month, level production. Let's go on the line. Units sold plus units produced, minus units sold, it's going to be this amount, and that's your ending inventory October. That's going to be for November. Let's see, we have units sold from up here, we subtract that one from units produced, and this is what you are going to have change in inventory for November. and then you add this number to the previous month. That's the running total they want to hear. Then in December, they sold much more because it's colder. They produce the same. So you have the change in inventory is going to be negative because you sold more than you produced. But you have some buildup in inventory from the previous month, so you are fine. Then when you do the running total, it's going to be this amount minus this amount, 625. Moving into January, units sold, subtracted from units produced, another negative, but since we had it from the previous production, we are fine. We are going to end up with zero build-up in inventory at the end of 4th month. That was A. For B, if the inventory costs $8 to be produced, think about that cost of production. To produce one scarf, you have to pay $8. And this amount will be financed at the bank cost of 12%. That's per year divided by 12, it's 1% per year. Calculate how much interest you have to pay for this production, just the interest amount. It's what is the monthly financing cost, interest cost. Well, we are going to use this ending inventory because this is what we have to finance, and then we are going to multiply by $8 per month cost of production, and to that amount we are going to apply 1% financing per month because this is per month here. Okay, so this is what we are going to do here. Ending inventory, this column over here, each units, this is in units, times $8 per unit. Okay, that's going to be total, so units times cost per unit total, and then we multiply that times 1%, which is 0.01, and this is how we have, this is in dollars, how much it costs me to finance my inventory. The same here, ending inventory times $8 per unit is going to be in dollars, so we move from units to dollars over here. Okay, and then this amount times 1%, 0.01, $180. And we do the same thing for every month, except for January. We don't have any inventory here, so we are good. We don't have to worry about financing costs. And then total financing cost is going to be, we add all these numbers here. Okay, so that was another application here, and you are going to work in on the next one the exact type of application but different numbers, so just more exercise. And I'm going to work on a next recording on more applications on financing.